Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Clarity Tarot and Astrology. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are all doing very well and are excited for a live reading session. Today on the channel, we are doing live tarot and astrology readings. So if you are watching this in the live version, hello, welcome. You can get a live reading with me. If you open the description box, I have all of my live offerings there. Just donate for the offering that you would like, and we'll do your reading right here live on the stream. I am offering a special today. I am offering $25 Astro-Tarot readings. So we'll look at your chart and see what is currently going on, what you need to know, and then pair that with some advice and guidance from the tarot for you. So that is just a $25 donation that you can make to the links in the description. All right. If you're a member of my channel and you have some free monthly readings that you like to use, you can do that at this time as well. Just let me know. And if you like to become a member of my channel and get free monthly readings as well as my behind the scenes exclusive content, then I'll put the link to join below. I do a weekly tarot and astrology reading in the members area, and that is available right now. And the link for that is in the chat. So if you want to check that out and you want to see what you need to know week by week and also have an astrologer and tarot reader looking over your energy, giving you guidance, then I'd love to have you. And I'll put the link to sign up there. All right. So I think that's everything for me. Oh yeah, I also want to mention too, if you are watching in the recorded version and you still want to work with me, you can. I do offer private readings and those are available on my website. Link for that is in the chat box. All right, guys. So I'll open up for live readings now. Just let me know if you are interested. Hello, Jenna. Welcome. How are you? Thank you so much for signing up for this special. All right, perfect. Jenna, give me one moment and then just give me a moment to get your chart pulled up and we'll get you read. But go ahead and let me know in the chat what's going on with you and just kind of any information that I'll need for your reading. Just give me a couple moments here. Okay, sorry about that, Jenna. All right, let's get your chart pulled up here. And you said our previous astrology reading did come out to pass last year, so I'm curious to see what new things are coming to pass now. Great. Love B. I'd be happy to read your chart. You just need to make a donation. Information is in the description box. Jenna also says, I'm going to start a new job in August, like you saw in our astrology chart last year. Oh my God, how awesome was that reading? Changes would happen, and it's happening, so it'll be interesting. Yes. It's a hybrid school psychologist job in Alaska. Oh my gosh, that's really cool. So it'd be interesting. They fly me out in a few times a year to test students. Wow, that's awesome. But I primarily work from home. Then Zach and I are officially boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh my God. Yeah, let's see what's going on with that. We've been dating for almost 7 months. We're taking our first trip together this weekend. And next week we booked a longer one in August. I'm moving near him like you saw in September. Wow. So that is very, very crazy. Everything that has unfolded. Okay, so let's see what's going on right now. Yes, okay. All right, so let's see what is happening. Let's turn on the transits actually for you so you can see it. All right. Is it showing? Okay, yeah, you should be able to see the transit chart. Okay. All right. We should be on. Yes. Yes, we are. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, so that is very exciting that everything from the last reading has come to pass. Let's kind of see where we're at right now. So, first things first, your chart ruler, Venus, is currently in the sign of Virgo, which is your fifth house. And look at that. You just had, or you having, let me see the exact degree of Venus here. 13. You are about to have a Venus return. Okay. So that's a good chart to look at. All right. Especially because you natally have your Venus in the fifth house. Right now, transiting Venus is in the fifth house and she's coming back to the same position that she was, just like how you have a solar return that you're going to have here shortly. You also have a Venus return, and that is coming shortly. So let me actually see the exact date of that so that way you can be aware. But essentially, what happens when you have your, the return of any planet, whether it's Venus or Mercury or Saturn or whatever, it starts a new energy for that planet. Okay, so let's see when Venus will hit 20 degrees for you. That is happening very soon here. Okay, that will happen on July 28th. Okay, so you want to pay attention on July 28th, what's kind of going on in regards to your financial situation and what's going on in regards to your relationship situation. It sounds like you guys have some good things in the works. So that will be an indication of what the next about 18 months or so in regards to love and money are going to have in store for you. Okay, so that's a date very soon from now that you want to be looking out for and kind of see like what's going on that date, because that will give you an idea of like what the next 18 months in your love and relationship like are going to look like. Okay, So for you with Venus, your chart ruler being in your fifth house, this means that this is a really fun time for you, okay? This is a really fun time. This is a very favorable time because Venus is making a trine, a very positive and beneficial aspect to your ascendant. So you're going to be feeling good, right? Like Venus is sending all of this good energy to you. So you're going to be feeling really good. Your relationship with Zag is getting a lot of good energy. And just in general, like your perception of life right now can be very, very positive and filled with a lot of pleasure. Okay. And as Venus continues to work throughout your fifth house, she's going to come in contact with your Mercury. She's going to come in contact with your Sun. And as well as Venus making a return to the position of Venus, her also coming in contact with your Mercury, that's starting a new cycle there. And then her coming in contact with your Sun, that's starting a new cycle. So you have a lot of new cycles that are starting for you within the next couple of weeks. And then, of course, you're going to have your solar return that's going to happen on your birthday, and that's going to be a brand new cycle. Okay. So there's lots of like what I feel for you. There's all of this like anticipation. It's like, anticipation, anticipation, anticipation. It's like something good is building up. That's what I can say. There's definitely like a lot of good energy that's building up. Now, a really awesome thing too that is happening for you is that the South Node is preparing to leave your fifth house in, what is it now? 6 days now, 7 days now. So you have had the South Node transiting your fifth house of love, dating, and romance. And that's why all of these things happen to you over the past 18 months in your love and dating life. And maybe it's kind of felt a little bit like a whirlwind. But essentially, what happened to you was that the South Node was removing any old karmic love and dating energy that you no longer needed, and it replaced it immediately with the love that you actually needed. Okay. So, even though things with Zach kind of like came on very fast, it was also very faded. And at this moment in time, you're literally, or you've kind of been for like, let's say the past couple of weeks, you've been having your nodal reversal. So your natal north node is at 1 degree of Virgo, and the transiting south node right now, as we speak, is at, let me see, where is it? It's at 0, right? So it's essentially conjunct, right? But you're having your natal reversal, which is a very faded karmic time, right? There's been a lot of karma that you've been having to release and bring in and deal with. And that's all kind of culminating at this particular moment in time. So you'll find that after the South Node leaves your fifth house, things with Zach are not going to be so crazy, right? They're sort of going to normalize. It's going to like, regulate out. It's essentially like, you kind of needed to go through like a boot camp in your love life and like to get you to where you needed to be. And so you're going to be where you need to be. And then life is going to start to feel a little bit more normal in that sense. Okay. But then you're going to start a new karmic cycle now. So now the South Node is going to be in your fourth house, and the North Node is going to be in your 10th house. And this is a highly, highly, highly important time in your life because it's hitting some of the most important houses in your chart, right? Your fourth house is the entire foundation of your life. And the 10th house is your career, your public reputation, and your status, right? The way that you're meant to be seen. So the same kind of karmic crazy energy that you were experiencing in regards to like your love life, now you're going to be experiencing that in regards to your home and family life. So this is going to be a big new theme now, right? And like you said, you're moving to a new place, right? So you're gaining a new home, which means you're letting go of an old home and old circumstances and old situations, and you're starting a new one. And then you're also having this new career change, right? Just as the North Node's entering your 10th house. And now your career is about to go into the pathway that it needs to go into. So when it comes to anything for the next 18 months, so think about, the remainder of this year and all of 2027, anything that's happening now in regards to your career and anything that's happening in regards to your living situation, this is where the fate and the karma for you is playing out. So it's like wherever it is that you need to be in your career, that's going to start moving and shaking to get you where you need to be. And wherever you need to be living situation wise, that's going to start moving and shaking to get that where it needs to be. Okay. So this is now the area where things are just going to start moving and happening. So just be prepared for that. And so whilst that's going on, right, whilst your career and reputation are getting in order and whilst your living situation are getting in order, it's going to be squaring you, okay, and your relationships. So, and this is all your relationships, not just the one you have with Zach, but with all your relationships. So, you have to adjust to the changes, and the people in your life also need to adjust to these changes. So, the next 18 months of your life are going to be very, very, very full. It's going to feel very full, very busy, a lot going on, but it's all getting you to where it is that you need to go. Okay. Also, in your fourth house, Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter's been now in your fourth house for a couple weeks now. And so, this is a time where your living situation, your family situation is going to expand. All right. So there can be an expansion there in terms of who you consider family, right? And then at the same exact time, the North Node's in your 10th house, changing your status. Okay, so that can bring a change of dating to engaged to married, not living together, homeowner, not a homeowner, right? Like those types of like title changes, like the way that people would perceive you and kind of talk about your status, those type of things can be happening, and then they can be happening in regards to your emotional well-being and what's kind of going on in your like family and home life. Okay, so that's also on the table as well. You say here, Zach and I have discussed wanting to move in together for almost 2 years into our relationship, August 2027. Right, exactly. This would be the time it would happen. When my lease ends next year, that'll almost be 2 years of us dating. I wonder if it'll happen. Yes, that is very, very possible, right? Because Jupiter, which is the sign of, the husband, abundance, expansion, is in your fourth house of home and family. So the home and family situation getting bigger. Jupiter is going to be in your fourth house until about June of 2027. So you're saying August, right? So close enough. By the time that happens, it's definitely very, very possible. Okay. Additionally, Jupiter, whilst it's, in your fourth house, it's going to come in contact with your Mars in the fourth house. So it's like the planet of the boyfriend and the planet of the husband coming together. Could that also mean an engagement? Are you moving in because you're getting engaged? Is there a status change of who Zach is to you? Is Zach becoming family? That's all very, very possible and on the table over the next 18 months. Okay. At the same time, you have the South Node in the mix. So again, like whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. That's the thing that you can really rest assured of. And you already know that because look at what the South Node did while it was in your fifth house. It literally took you out of one marriage, one very serious relationship, and put you in a whole other serious relationship. Okay. So trust me, whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. And if you and Zach are meant to move in together, you will find that out over the next 18 months. That is for certain. Okay. Let's see what else here. You said we've literally been doing well. He's meeting my family in August as well. We're going to New York and Canada to do that. Makes sense. Jupiter in the fourth house, traveling to family makes perfect sense. I start my new job August 17th with the school year. Again, that definitely makes sense timing wise. Moving from New Hampshire to Boston. Yeah. So there's a lot of very, very, very exciting stuff here. And yes, if that's something that you're wanting, that's definitely possible. Definitely possible. The other thing to mention here about your chart right now is that Saturn is going to be going retrograde in your 12th house. So that can be really good as well. That can kind of lighten things up behind the scenes, like any difficulties that you might be experiencing behind the scenes can kind of start to resolve themselves. So that's very good. You could have more movement. So that is great. So, yeah, I'd say everything is really good for you. It's just now the focus is shifting kind of away from just like Zach and is moving more towards like career and home and family and like, what do I want to do? Do I want to set up roots here? Do I want to buy a home? These are questions that you'll start to want to answer. You said, do you see the job being long term? I'm just nervous about it because it's changed for me. Are you working from home for about 3 years, which is a hybrid job? All right, let's pull tarot around that and let's see. What I can say about that is because this job is coming in at the time of the North Node going into your 10th. Sometimes what happens is when things come in with the nodes, they can leave with the nodes. So the node will be in your 10th house until, let me see the exact date of that. It's going to be, let's see, when does that leave? Let's see, when does the node leave? Looks like it's early 2028. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be late 2027. So I'd say you're probably locked in for at least 2027. But the other thing with you is that you have Uranus in your 10th house, which can bring sudden unexpected changes. And the North Node is going to come in contact with that in 2027. You also have Pluto that's hanging out in your 10th house. So these are kind of wild card energies for you. So let's just see what the tarot has to say about that, because I do see that there can be disruptions. Doesn't mean something bad, it could be a good disruption, like, oops, I'm pregnant, I can't do this anymore, or something like that, right? But there definitely can be disruptions here. So let's ask about the longevity of this. Will Jenna's new job be long-term? Okay, I have the Two of Pentacles. Let's see what else. I also have the Daughter of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Yes, it's showing long-term. I feel like you're really going to like it, though. I know that you're nervous, but I feel like you're really going to like it because I think it's going to give you a lot more flexibility. And that's going to be really, really great in terms of, just your life. You may want to make more family changes this year than you realize. You may want to make more home changes than you realize, and that extra flexibility may be very helpful for you, and allow you to show up and be more present. Okay. So I think that you'll really like it. You'll really, really like it. So I see this being very, very good. You said, oh my God, Zach has talked about how next year he wants us to get a condo. I can see that. I can see that happening with the chart for sure. You said, you saw last year with my last job, and they rescinded my job contract unexpectedly with my other jobs. I had to find a different, which is why I got this new one. Yeah, you are definitely subject to unexpected last minute changes with work. That is like just something that it's like a part of your karmic contract in this lifetime, so to speak, with Uranus sitting in your 10th house. And then right now, Pluto also sitting there will remove anything from your life that doesn't align with like what it is that you're actually meant to be doing. So if you're ever in an opportunity that's like not good for you, or once it becomes not good for you, it's like it can just like go unexpectedly. So I feel like that's something that has to be just always remembered, with you specifically. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It just means that it essentially just means like with anything that you do, it's like just always know that it could end. Right? As long as you just know that, like don't start like setting yourself up like, oh, 100%, this is never going to end, like if you always kind of have the understanding like this can end at any time, and you're always like, making sure you have money saved, always making sure that you're prepared for changes, then, that'll help you to like not be surprised. So there is definitely that, but I think there is long-term potential at this time, and I think you'll quite like this one. You'll have a lot of balance. You said this one does pay more, so it'll be nice. It was awful because I signed the contract for my other job I've been working for 3 years, and they hired someone in person, so I had to find a new job. Wow. This one does pay $18 more. Well, that's nice. Yeah, that'll be good. So yeah, I say like just if you like the role, just enjoy the role, right? But also just know, like, as long as you're working for someone else, there's just always that opportunity that at any given point in time, things can go, you know? I would be more concerned when the actual conjunctions are happening. So, like, I wouldn't be on pins and needles right now, but when the conjunctions are happening, the dates of the conjunctions, yeah, then be a little bit more on edge. So when the North Node actually gets to Uranus, yeah, be nervous. When Pluto actually gets to your Uranus, yeah, be nervous. But, in the meantime, just, do what you got to do, enjoy the job for what it is. So wait, unexpected changes for just my career, also in my relationship. So it's in your 10th house of your career. But that also means your reputation, right? So, your relationship title, yes, can have changes. But you also want to understand that like multiple things have to be going on in the chart. Like it needs to make sense with other things in the chart, right? So that's how we know exactly what's being hit, if it's more career related or if it's more like relationship related. Or, it could be a sudden pregnancy, right? Going from not a mom to a mom, right? We have to kind of see what's going on in the chart at the time. So let's look at the North Node. Let's see when that hits 9 degrees for you, and then we'll look at Pluto. Okay, so for the North Node, it'll be at 9 degrees Aquarius on... Okay, it'll hit 9 degrees Aquarius September 1st, 2027. So let's see. Yeah, so around, you know, the end of summer next year, things could be up for review for you. Okay, so I'd say you probably have a solid year, and then things come up for review. I mean, hey, you never know. Like, you don't know if maybe you're like, I don't want this anymore. Maybe you don't even want the job anymore. Maybe you're happy to get out of the job, you know? That's possible. Okay. So you never know. It's not always like, oh my God, something super bad's going to happen. Sometimes you're not interested and you just don't know a year from now how you're going to feel about something. So that's when something could be happening for the job in terms of a karmic evolution perspective. So like if that is not like a part of your destiny, if that job is not going to help you to evolve and grow and move forward, then that's a time when it could be leaving. So that's one date. And then let's look at Pluto, which is going to be hanging out here for a very long time. So that's going to be a little bit more in the future. Yeah, that won't be until 2030. Yeah, that won't even be until 2030. So then 2030, there could also be something going on. At that same time, Mars is conjunct Pluto. So there's that. Yeah, that even starts actually a little bit earlier, like December 2029. Yeah, Mars and Pluto will conjunct in your 10th house. So that could be a really big change in regards to your dating situation, your love life. But again, that's so far in the future. That is so far in the future. And that we don't have any context. We'd have to really look deep into the charts to see what's like really going on at that time. But that's also a big date. So like Christmas time, literally December 25th, 26th, in December 2029, Pluto, Mars, and Uranus are all together in your 10th house. Yep, that's 2029 that happened. So to answer the question, what are the dates of the big conjunctions in your 10th house? You have September 1st, 2027. Okay. That's probably more of a career review from what I feel. That feels more career-ish. Okay. And then you have Pluto, which is the planet of death, rebirth, and transformation, coming in contact with your planet of unexpected revolutionary things in your 10th house, with also Mars, the planet of action and aggression, happening all at the same time in 2029. So those are like two dates where big status changes can happen. But like I said, 2029 is so far away. But just to make you aware that is happening. And then, but with Zach, do you see us being together long term? Then that requires much more investigation. We'd have to look at Zach's chart, what's going on with him. Is he getting married anytime soon? What's going on in his chart? We'd have to pull the chart forward for him. We'd have to pull the chart forward for you. But I'd say in the current term right now, I definitely see you guys being together in the current, time. I say at least the next year, I can confidently say, because I just only have like a year of transits in my brain right now that I understand what's going on. I'm not really thinking, 2, 3, 4, 5 years in advance. But the next year, I can definitely see you guys being together. I'm not really seeing anything that I feel would break you up. I feel like it would be more a coming together and more of an expansion in the next year or so. Yeah, so if you want to look that far ahead, then we can definitely do a private reading and we can pull the charts forward and see, okay, when's your marriage time, when his marriage time is, are they the same, are kids the same, and then we'll know. All right. But in the short term, I think everything looks pretty good. So best of luck. You are very, very welcome. Yeah, just let it unfold. Honestly, just let it go. If there's a problem, then, it's a good to look. But if you're happy and everything's going good, then just let it go. Alrighty. So good luck. And give me updates. Let me know how things go.